Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in previous class, I think we completed the anonymous inner class that extends class and anonymous inner class that implements interface, right? And the anonymous inner class that defines inside arguments, right? So
Yes.
all these three types we completed, right? Do you have any questions, guys, on this?
No, sir.
Right. So now we'll go with the next one. Okay. So now we have what is the one more type? I think that time we have I think we discussed it, right? Four types of inner classes we have, right? So the first three types are completed, and we have one more type, that is static nested classes. Okay. So once we completed static nested classes, then inner class. Okay, all inner class topic will be over, guys. Fine. So now, before going to that, let me explain one thing. So what is the one thing here? So what is the difference between anonymous inner class and normal class? Understand? So what is the difference between anonymous inner class and normal class? Right. So now, when we will go for normal class, when we will go for anonymous inner class, guys, I think yesterday we discussed it, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if anyone will ask, what is the difference between anonymous class, anonymous inner class or normal class, then you should be in the position to tell the proper answers. So first of all, when we will go for normal class and when we will go for anonymous class. So tell me, guys, when we will go for normal class, when we will go for anonymous inner class, I think yesterday we discussed that, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. When we will go for normal class, if the functionality is standard, right? If the functionality is standard, right? And that functionality will be useful, okay, useful for many other classes in our entire application. So then that time we have to define such type of functionality in a named class, right? That is normal class, right? If a functionality is not what you call standard, it's a kind of temporary and only one time purpose, okay, instant use only we have to use, then we will go for what? So in that case we need to define such type of functionality where, guys? Inside anonymous inner class. Come on, yesterday we
Yes,
discussed
sir.
it, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now here see, let's suppose normal class I have. Okay. Class A. This is what, guys? Kind of normal class. Right? No. Class A. Okay. A normal Java class. Okay. Can extend how many classes, guys, at a time? Tell me. We completed, right? Inheritance. A normal Java class can extend how many classes at a time?
One class, sir.
Only one class, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
normal
sir.
Java class can extend only one class at a time. Now, anonymous inner class, tell me how many classes can extend at a time, anonymous inner class? Tell me, yesterday we completed anonymous inner class concept. So let's suppose I want to create anonymous inner class for this class, right? How
Yes,
to
sir.
create, guys? A is
A,
equal
A
to
equal to
new
new
A,
A. Yes, sir.
right? So here I need to
Delete
open
this. Yes, sir.
close. This is what? Anonymous inner class, which extends what? A, right? So anonymous inner class, this is anonymous inner class, right? Which extends what? Class A. Am I right or wrong? So
Yes,
now
sir.
this is what? Object of anonymous inner class. This A is not the object of A class, guys, right? That's what yesterday we discussed,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Now for anonymous inner class, so can extend how many classes, guys, at a time? Tell me, how many classes can an anonymous inner class extend? Only one class, right? See, this is anonymous inner class. this anonymous inner class can extend what? Only one
A
class.
class. Yes, sir.
Here A, right? So the first difference, a normal Java class also can extend only one class at a time, and anonymous inner class also can extend only one class at a time, right? Come
Yes,
on.
sir. Yes,
The
sir.
same point get here, a normal Java class and anonymous inner class. Here, the point is same, right? So anonymous inner class also can extend only one class at a time, and normal Java class also can extend
One class at a time.
at a time, right? Now, let me write here, this is what normal Java class. Differences, right? Normal Java class. This is what, guys, anonymous inner class. Anonymous inner class. Right. So now, the first point clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now, so here, let me separate it by drawing one line. Here, tell me, what is the first point, guys?
Normal Java class can extend only one class at a time.
Normal Java class can extend only one class at a time, right? Even here, but anonymous inner class also anonymous, right? Anonymous inner class also can extend only one class at a time. The first point is clear, right? No. No. So when we will go for anonymous inner class, right? If the, sorry, when we will go for normal class, if the functionality, right? If the functionality of the class, right, will be standard and it will be used by, okay, multiple other classes in the application, okay, or else the functionality will be useful, okay, in the application will be, guys. Yeah. Then we need to define such type of functionality in where case named Java class. Clear? Here means here. Tell me, when we will go for anonymous inner class? Come on, tell me. Yesterday we discussed, right? If the functionality of the class, okay, if the functionality of the class will be temporary, okay, temporary, right? Will be temporary. Next, tell me, guys. What next one? Will be temporary. If the functionalities of the class will be temporary and only for one-time use or instant use. Okay. Then we need to define such type of functionality in anonymous inner class, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now the third point. Right. Now here see a normal Java class can extend a class, can extend only one class, can implement multiple interfaces. Am I right or wrong? Right? A
Yes,
normal
sir.
Java class can extend a class, one class, right? Extend one class, or else let me write here. This is the first point, right? Here let me write. So now let me take a class, class A. Class A can extend how many number of classes? Only one number
Only
of
one
classes.
class.
Let's assume B. Implements how many number of interfaces can implement?
N
A
number of
comma
interfaces.
D. N number of implements. Okay. N number of interfaces can implement a one Java class, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So now, hmm, now see this one. A anonymous inner class, right? Anonymous inner class. So can extend only one class, right? Can implement only one interface, right? Come on, yesterday we saw one of the example, right? Runnable.
Yes,
Runnable
sir.
R is equal to
Yes, sir.
new
Multiple
runnable.
interface.
Runnable is what, guys? Interface. So now, anonymous inner class, let me write that one here then. See now, runnable, right? Runnable R is equal to new runnable. Now, this is what, guys? This is what anonymous inner class. Come on. This is what? Anonymous inner
Yes,
class
sir.
that
Runnable
implements what? Runnable interface. Right? Now,
interface.
anonymous inner class can
Yes.
implement multiple interfaces simultaneously,
No, sir.
right? But normal Java class
No,
can
sir.
implement multiple interfaces simultaneously.
Multiple
Anonymous
interfaces
inner
at
class can implement only one interface at a time. It cannot implement multiple interfaces simultaneously, right? So this is what anonymous inner class that implements runnable interface. So now how many interfaces we can implement like this? Only one interface. That's what yesterday we discussed,
only
right?
one.
Okay. So now
Yes,
that
sir.
is the
Yes, sir.
next
Yes, sir.
point, guys. Tell me here what is the point? Hmm. A normal Java class can implement multiple interfaces at a time. I mean, simultaneously. Clear? Any number of interfaces at a time or else. Okay. Can implement any number of interfaces at a time. Right. But here, but anonymous
Anonymous
inner
inner
class,
class.
okay, cannot implement multiple interfaces at a time. Right. It can implement only one interface at a time. Come on, guys. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Right. Now, the next one. Next. See now, I need to remove this one. No, I think already. Let me remove this one. Okay. Now, now we will add that part here. Now, what is the next difference now? A normal Java class, okay, can extend a class and can implement any number of interface. Am I right or wrong? Okay, but here, right? No.
Sir,
But anonymous class, this is anonymous class, right? Anonymous class, okay, either can extend a class or implement an interface, but not simultaneously. Am I right or wrong? See, a normal Java class can extend a class and implement interfaces simultaneously, right? But anonymous inner class either can extend a class or can implement an interface, but not both simultaneously.
both
Yeah?
simultaneously.
Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Clear this
Yes,
point,
sir.
everyone? Right? No. So that is the next point we need to add, guys. This is very, very important. Okay. People will ask you, what is the difference between normal Java class and anonymous inner class? No. So what is the next point here? A normal Java class can extend, okay, extend another class and can implement, okay, any number of interfaces simultaneously. Okay, but here, whereas in anonymous inner class, inner class either can extend another class or can implement interface, but not both simultaneously. Clear? Come on, guys. This point clear, guys? Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Any explanation is required?
No,
No, sir.
need.
Not required, right? Now, see the next last point. What is the last point here? A normal Java class. See, here I'm adding the next point. Class A. This is what our normal Java class. A normal Java class can contain what, guys? Constructor. Right? This is what? Constructor. Here A is what, guys? Constructor. A normal Java class can contain constructor or not? We can add any number of constructors or not? Default
Yes, sir.
constructor, parameterized constructors, we can add. Right?
Yes, sir.
But anonymous inner class. Let me take anonymous inner class structure here for A class. How to create anonymous inner class? Like this, right?
Yes, sir.
This is what anonymous inner class. Now, can we add constructor for anonymous inner class?
We can't, sir.
We cannot. Why we cannot add constructor for anonymous inner class? So what is the meaning of anonymous inner class? The class which does not contain any name, right?
Yes, sir.
So now what is the constructor? So constructor name and the class name should match, right? If the class name is exists, then only we can add what? Constructor, because class name and constructor name what should be matched. That is the syntax of constructor, right? Come on, can you please remember, guys? Revise the content what we have discussed at that time, right? But here for anonymous inner class means, do we have any name for that class? We don't have any name for that class, right? So anonymous inner class means what? The class which does not contain any name. Such type of classes we use to call it as what, guys? Anonymous inner class. If the class doesn't have any name, how can you create constructor for that class?
We can't create.
Understand? We
Yes, sir.
cannot create constructor for that class, right? So that's what, see here, while creating anonymous inner class object, which constructor I am referring? Parent class constructor I am referring. See here, A means what, guys? Here, parent class for our anonymous inner class. Here A is what? Parent class for our anonymous inner class. What is the meaning of this one? Anonymous inner class. This is what anonymous inner class. See, class means what, guys? Curly brace open, closed curly brace. This is
Closed
what
with semicolon. Yes, sir.
something looks like class structure. The class which does not contain any name. Okay, this is what anonymous inner class that extends class A. Okay, so that is the meaning of this statement, guys. I think already we discussed that time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, might you people forgot all these things, it seems, right? So this is anonymous inner class which extends class A, right? So now here I'm creating object for what now? Anonymous inner class object only I'm creating. This is A is what? Object for anonymous inner class. This A is not the object of class A, right? Now while creating anonymous inner class object, so which constructor I am using now? Parent class constructor I am using. Why? For anonymous inner class doesn't have any constructor. That's what I'm referring parent class constructor while creating anonymous inner class object. Clear, everyone?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
clear.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So this is what, guys. Okay. Next point. Okay. No. Let me write here. A normal Java class can contain constructors. Okay. But here anonymous inner class cannot have what, guys? Constructors. Because okay, it does not contain what? Name of the class.
Name of.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Hope you people clear what is the difference between normal Java class and anonymous inner class. Shall we go for next topic now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So now we will go for next topic. Let me save these notes now. Okay. Then we can open another notes. So here, January 2025. What is the date, guys, today? 23rd, right?
23, sir.
23. 23/01/2025. Part 1 or something. Okay, now let me open new. Right. So now, right. So now, what is the next type of inner class we need to discuss now? Out of 4, first 3 are completed. What is the next one, guys? Static nested classes. Static nested classes. This is the last topic, guys, in our inner classes. No. Okay. No. Now, see, static nested classes, right? Now, here, let me write. So, let me take class test. Okay, I'm taking one class test, guys. So now here, I'm taking int a, a is equal to something. into 10. Okay? Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. No. Here, I'm taking one more class test. In this, I'm taking static int y is equal to 20. Right. Now, if you see the first example, this one, class test int a is equal to 10. So now here, so here in variable a, this is which type of variable, guys? Which type of variable it is?
Local.
Local variable. Which type of variable
Instance
it is?
variable.
Instance
Instance
variable.
variable.
Instance variable.
Right? A is what? Instance variable.
Instance
Right?
variable.
Now, see here, without existing test class object, there is no chance of existing what? Variable called A. Am I right or wrong? Without existing test class object, there is no chance of existing what, guys? Instance variable called A. Why? Instance variables are called what, guys? Object level variables. Instance variables are part of object or not? So without
Yes.
existing object, how can we, okay, expect instance variable will be exist, guys? We cannot expect, because instance variables are called what? Object level variables, right? Without existing test class object, there is no chance of existing what, guys? Instance variable called
Yes, sir.
A. Clear, everyone? Because
Yes, sir.
instance variables are part of object, right? No. The same thing here, if you see here, no. No, int y is what, guys? Here y is what, guys?
Static.
A variable called
Static
y. What type
variable.
of variable? Static variable.
Static
Right?
variable.
Now, for static variable, so now, without existing test class object, okay, there might be chance of existing what, guys? Variable called y. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
Right. Why static variable?
Static.
Static variables means what, guys? Class level variables. Please remember, we discussed it, right? That time.
Yes.
We spent a lot
Yes,
of
sir.
time, right? Instance variable, static variable, local variable, in detail we discussed at that time, right? Now, without existing test class object here, there might be chance of existing what, guys? Variable called y here. Y is static variable. Static variable means it's a class level variables, right? It's not part of object. Am I right or wrong? Right?
Yes.
Now
Yes, sir.
here, object test and variable y, we have what, guys? Weak association. Okay? There is no strong association. But here, test class object and variable a has what? Strong association. Because without existing test class object, there is no chance of existing what, guys? Variable called a. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. No. The same way, see here, guys. Okay. No. Right. So now, here I'm taking class outer. This is what? Class outer. Right. Now, in the class outer, I'm taking one more class called class inner. Okay. Now, so without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing what, guys? Inner class
Inner class.
object. I think already we discussed, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
first topic. Normal and regular inner class, right?
Yes,
Without
sir.
existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing what? Inner class object. You can correlate this one, guys. Okay, the first one, right? You can correlate this one to this one, because this is also instance. Okay, class inner. This is also what? Okay, one class. It's not a static class, normal class, right? Now that's why without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing what? Inner class object. I think already we completed this topic. Am I right or
Yes,
wrong?
sir.
Right? So now, here inner class. and outer class has what, guys? Strong association. Understand? These two has what? Strong association. Between these two classes, what is the association we have? Strong association we have, because without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing what? Inner class object. Clear? Now. So now I'm taking one more. Class outer. Okay. Now class outer, static class inner. Outer class close. Right? Now see here. Now without existing outer class object, there might be a chance of existing what, guys? Inner class object, inner class. Understand? So here outer class, what is the inner class here? Static. Right? Static, guys. So static means you can correlate the same thing here. See here, you can correlate here. Understand? So what is the static inner class here? What is the inner class modifier here? Static. Understand? So
Yes,
because
sir.
this outer class is what? Normal outer class. Okay. For this normal outer class, we need what? Object. But what is the inner class here? Static. For static means what? It is not related with instance. Come on, that's what, right? Static means.
Yes, sir.
Nowhere related with what? Instance. So now, without existing outer class object, there may be a chance of existing what? Inner class object, because it is what? Static.
Static.
Now, outer class and inner class has what? Weak association. Understand? So in this
Yes, sir.
case, it has what? Weak association. But here in this case, here we have what? Strong association. So that's why here we use it to call it as what? The fourth type, static nested class. See here, it's not static inner class, guys. So that's what we are calling what? Static nested class. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Fourth type, right? Yeah. So that's what we use it to call it as what, guys? Static nested classes. Clear? So sometimes we can declare inner class with static modifier. Such type of inner classes are called what? Static nested classes. Understand? Let me write that point. Sometimes, right? We can declare inner class with what, guys? With static modifier. Okay, such type of inner classes are called what? Static nested classes. Okay. Now, what is the next point? Right? In normal and regular inner class, without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing inner class object, right?
Yes, sir.
In normal or regular inner class, without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing inner class object. Come on, guys, right? But in case of static nested classes, but in case of static nested classes, tell me, without existing outer class object, there may be a chance of existing what? Static nested class object, right? Without existing outer class object, there may be a chance of existing static nested class object. Come on, guys. What static nested class object, right? So nested class object is not strongly associated with what? Outer class object, right? So that nested class object is not strongly associated with outer class object. Clear?
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
guys. Right. No.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Right. No. Let me write one example, guys. Right here, I am writing one example. Now, let me take class test. Okay. So now, this is what? Outer class. Okay. Test is what, guys? Outer class here.
Outer class.
Come on. Right? Or else, let me write instead of test, outer. Class outer. Okay. So now, in the outer class, so I'm writing what? One more class. Okay. Static class inner. Clear? No. Here I'm writing one method. Public void method m1 I'm writing. Some method, guys. Okay. Now system.out.println of. Okay. So now this is what? Static nested class method. Something I'm writing. Okay. M1 is completed and static inner class also completed. Okay. Only M1 method is completed. Okay. So now after that, static inner class also needs to be completed. Let me close static inner class. Okay. Now here I'm writing what? PSVM, public static void main. String args. This is what, guys? Public static void main method. Understand? See, guys,
Yes.
I'm
Yes, sir.
creating outer class. Okay. This is what? Outer class. In the outer class, I'm creating what? Static class, static inner class. Okay, static class. What is the inner class name? Inner. What is the outer class name? Outer. Right? Now, in the static inner class, I'm taking one method. What is the method I'm taking? Public void m1 method. Fine. Now, method I have taken and static inner class also completed. Now, in the outer class, I'm creating what? Main method. Public
Main
static
method.
void main string args. Right? Now, I want to call what, guys? Inner class method, which is what? M1 method. Now, how to call? How to call? Right? No. So
Class
now,
name.
to call M1 method, okay, to call M1 method, do we need outer class object here?
No.
No need, sir.
Not required, right? That's what we discussed, right? Because here
Yes, sir.
class, inner class and outer class has what? Doesn't have strong association. Without existing outer class object, there may be a chance of existing what? Inner
Inner
class
class.
object, because this is what? Static inner class, right? So, right, that's why directly we can create what? Inner class object. Inner is equal to new inner. Okay. And by using this object reference, we can call what, guys? M1 method. Clear? Come on, guys. Clear, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
clear.
Clear.
Okay, right. So if you want, you can call like this also. Outer dot, okay, inner is equal to new outer dot inner. See here, I'm not creating outer class object. Just I am using what? Outer class reference. That's it. Okay. See guys, here I'm not creating outer class object. If you see the what do you call the basic inner class in normal inner class and regular class, that time we are creating outer class object. By using that outer class object, we are creating inner class object, right? Then only we will call what inner class methods. But here what? If you want, you can call like this also. In this case, I am not creating outer class object. Just I am using outer class as a reference. That's it. Okay. Let's suppose outside of the class you want to call. How can we call now? See, inside this public static void main method, where it is available, guys, this method, main method, inside the outer class. So that's what directly we can call what? We can create our inner class object like this. And by using this inner class object variable, we can call M1 method, right? So let's suppose I want to call this inner class method M1 into another class. Let's suppose class tester. This is my one more class, guys. So in this class test, we have what? Public static void main method. Let's assume. Okay, string args. Right. Now here I want to call which method? M1 method. How can I call that M1 method now? So for that, I need to use what? Outer class reference variable,
Outer.
right? Inner,
Yes.
inner is equal to new outer dot inner. See, this time also I'm not creating what? Outer class object. Just I'm using what? Outer class as a reference. That's it. Main method close, class close. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now. So now let me take one more example, guys. Then we can close this nested class concept. Okay. Now. So now in this example, right? So in the outer class also we can take public static void main method. Even for static inner class also we can take what? Public static void main method. Right? Come on guys. Main method
Yes,
guys.
sir.
If I want
Yes,
I
sir.
can take outer class also I can take, or else I can take what? Even inner class also, static class, right? This is static member variable. Here also we can take what? Main method. Okay. Now, if you compile, if you give Java test means what? Outer class main method will invoke. And if you give inner class, how to give inner class name? How to give inner class name, guys? Let me open
Outer
Java++.
dollar inner
Yeah,
dot.
that's it. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Outer class, dollar,
Dollar
inner class.
inner class dot class.
Right. Now, here class outer we have, guys. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The class outer language, right? Let me select Java. So now this is what outer class, right? So in the outer class, let me create main method, public static void main method, right? String args. Okay. Now system.out.println. This is what outer class main method. Fine? No. So this is outer class main method. Now in the outer class, I'm creating what? Inner class. Which inner class? Static nested class.
Static inner.
So how to declare? By using static
Static.
keyword, we need to create what? One more class called inner. That is the syntax, right? Static nested class means. So we need to
Yes,
use
sir.
what, guys? Static keyword, right? No. So here I want to take what? Same main method I
Public
want to
static
take,
one.
right? Can I take or not?
Yes, sir.
So we can take, right? This is what public static void main method, right? Now this time inner class main method or else static nested class. Okay, nested class main method, right? So now select that if you take two classes, now if you
Sir,
compile, how many classes will be?
semicolon for the inner class. Missing.
Sorry, huh?
Line number 10, sir. Semicolon.
Line number 10.
Semicolon, sir.
Semicolon not required. This is not anonymous inner class, right? Why
Yes, sir.
semicolon? Semicolon is not required. Anonymous inner class only we have to take semicolon. This is one class. Okay,
Okay, sir.
see here closed, right? This is one class. Okay, fine. So
Yes,
now,
sir.
okay, guys. Now, see here. Now, if you compile this program, how many dot class file will be created, guys?
2, sir.
2 dot class file will be created, right? So what is
Yes, sir.
first one? Outer dot
Outer
class.
dot class.
What about this one?
Outer dollar inner dot class
Yes.
file.
Okay. Outer dollar inner dot class. Okay. 2 dot class file will be created, guys. What are those? First one is, right, outer dot class. The second one is outer dollar inner dot class. Okay. So like this, 2 dot class file will be created once you compile this Java program, right? Now I want to execute, okay, outer class main method. After compilation, what we need to do? We need to provide JVM, right? We need to provide class name to whom? JVM, right? Java outer class we need to provide, right? If you provide Java outer, what would be the output here? Outer class main method will
Outer
execute,
class main method.
Outer class.
right? Outer class main method will be the output. Now, if you provide inner class, how to provide inner class? Outer
Outer
Outer dollar
dollar inner,
inner.
inner.
right? If you provide
sir.
like this, then what is the output now?
Static nested class
StaticNestedClass
Static
main method.
StaticNestedClass main method.
class main method. This is the output. Okay, clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we can take what? Main method even for outer class, even for inner class too. Okay, now let me give you one more example, guys, then we will close it. Fine. Here we have space. Yeah. So now let me take directly here notepad plus plus, right? So now we have outer class. In the outer class, so I'm taking int x is equal to 10. Okay, and static int y is equal to 20. Understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm writing here. Okay. Now here I have what? Let's suppose public void m1 method I have, instance method I have. Okay. Now here I just trying to access what now? System.out.println of x, and after the system.out.println of y. Understand? So can I access like this?
X is not possible.
Hmm?
X is not possible.
X is not possible. So do you see any error? That's what I'm asking. So here just I'm calling what, guys? In the main method I'm calling inner class object, right? Inner is equal to new inner. I'm creating inner class object. So by using inner class object, I'm calling what? M1
M1
method.
method.
Now tell me, do you see any mistake here or clear program? Come on, guys.
Line number 10 error, sir.
This is basic concept only. Nothing
Yes,
new
sir.
here. So here, this is what I'm trying to access x. X is what, guys, here?
Static variable.
Instance
Instance
variable.
Instance
variable,
variable.
we are
Y
calling
is
it
what?
in static
Static
area.
variable.
Static variable.
Okay. Now this instance variable x, where I'm trying to access.
Static area, sir.
See,
Static.
here static. This is what, guys? Static class. This is not normal inner class. This is what?
Yes, sir.
Static class. Static class means what? This class is what? Static area. So can we access instance variable directly from static context?
No, sir.
We cannot. So that's what we discussed, right? See, that
Yes,
time I
sir.
think we spent a lot of time. I think 1 hour, 1.5 hour time we spent. So I clearly explained when the static context came, when the instance context came. So that time also I explained. After that, I think we saw, right, the workflow, static area workflow, instance area workflow also we saw within the class, and parent and child class also we saw. That is very, 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 very important classes. Okay. So I think that time, okay, we completed that class. I don't know how much you remember, right? So now, if you see here, I'm trying to access what? Instance variable from where? Static context.
Static area.
So can we access instance variable directly from static context?
No,
We
sir.
cannot, right? So that's what non-static variable called x cannot be referenced from static context, right? That is the compile time error we will see. What is the compile time error, guys, here? Non-static variable x, okay, cannot be referenced, right? Referenced from a static context. So like this, you will see what? One compile time error. Okay, but system.out.println of y we can access. Y is static variable. So static variable directly we can access from where? Static context.
Static area.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Everyone. Clear?
Yes.
This program. Okay. So let me copy this one. Okay. No. So now, so here from normal or regular inner class, we can access both static and non-static members of outer class directly, right? Normal and regular class, we can access what? Both static variable also we can access, and instance variable also we can access, right? Come on guys, normal and regular inner class means what? We need to remove the static keyword. If we remove static keyword, so these two classes will become what? Normal and regular inner classes, right? So now in the
Yes,
normal here in the M1 method, we can access instance variable X also we can access, instance variable Y also we can access. Because in normal and regular inner class will be what? Normal class. It's not a static class, right? Here why we are not able to access this X variable here? Because inner class is what? Static. Come on.
yes, sir.
Okay. But from static nested class, we can access only static members. Okay. You want me to write that point? Let me write that point. Then we can close this topic, guys. Hope you people clear. Any questions, guys, here? Static nested class and difference between normal Java class and anonymous inner class and static nested class. Do we have any questions? If
No,
you have
sir.
any questions, you can ask me now. So what is the point we have to write here? So no. From normal or regular inner class, we can access both instance variable and static variable in inside inner class, right? Come on, guys. From normal and regular inner class, we can access both static and non-static members of outer class directly, or else directly. We can, if you want, we can write like that also. From normal and regular inner class, we can access both instance variable and static variable of outer class directly, right?
Yes, sir.
Outer class directly inside inner class. Okay? But from static nested class, right? From static nested class, we can access only static variable of outer class directly inside the static nested inner class. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have any questions, guys? If you don't have any questions, we can wind up the class now. Tomorrow we will connect. Okay. So in the in the inner class concept, we have only one topic, guys. Okay. So now, I think as of now, we saw, right? Inside a class, we can create what? Another class, right? Inside
Yes,
one
sir.
Java class, we can create what? Another class, right? So that is the one so far we discussed and we saw, right? Now, inside a class, are we able to create one more class? What is your answer? Tell me, guys. If anyone will ask, inside one Java class, can we able to create one more Java class means what is your answer?
Anonymous inner class, sir.
I'm asking one here. What I'm asking here. See, here, so inside one Java class, can we create one more Java class? That is my question. Array?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We just
we
created
can
now, sir.
create,
That's
sir.
what we created, right?
Yes,
What
yes,
is
sir.
outer
We
class,
just
inner
created.
class here? So that's what normal and regular inner class, right? So
Yes,
we
sir.
can create one Java class inside another
Inside
Java
another
class,
Java
right?
class.
Now, can we create interface inside Java class? Understand? Can we create interface inside Java class? That is my second question. So no.
No,
What is my
sir.
third question? Can we create interface inside an interface? That is the third question. Now fourth question. Can we create class inside an interface? That is my fourth question. What you guys say? Okay. These things we will discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you guys.